Watch Dr. Drew's new show at 9 on HLN. Weeknights on HLN.
Leanne Tui, the real-life mom from The Blind Side, helped Michael Oher become the amazing young man he is today. So what has Leanne been up to since the film, and who else has she helped along the way? Well, joining me is a family who has been helped by the Tuis, Jonathan and Julie Davis, and their two kids, Jack and Joy, and co-founder of the Making It Happen Foundation. There she is, Leanne Tui herself. So I got a million questions for you, Leanne. Let me just ask the one question. What was it about Michael that made you pull the car over and stop that one night? Do you remember that moment?
Yeah, oh, gosh, absolutely. Who wouldn't remember that moment? You know, I think as a mother, every warning bell in my head went off. You know, here was a young man that was in an inappropriate neighborhood, inappropriately dressed for the weather. Just, you know, warning bell, warning bell, warning bell.
Like he was in imminent danger.
You just knew that there wasn't something right about it.
And
so.
when you were just you figured you just helped him out that night and then figure out what to do with him. Yeah.
There was no plan. There was no agenda. You know, everybody thinks it was a smoking gun. Everyone has a theory as to why we did what we did. It's amazing what we've heard.
Before we get into the foundation, I wanted to go there a little bit because I hear that kind of stuff swirling around, and it interests me how you deal with that. Because I know, you know, he's your son now. He's an all-pro athlete. He's amazing. But people question your motivation, and then what was she up to?
He doesn't need his mother protecting him any longer. But unfortunately, I have very protective instincts. And yeah, you know, we hear it all. But the good far outweighs the bad. Let me say that. The good far outweighs the bad. Overwhelming.
Julie and Jonathan, how did you hear about the foundation, and what did it do for you guys?
Well, Julie, well, you know, we adopted Jack in 2008. We began pursuing our second adoption in 2009. Eventually that led to being contacted by an adoption agency in 2010, October of 2010. We were put in contact with a birth mother who was due in November. We matched with that birth mother, and we were waiting for the baby to be born. We get a call unexpectedly that due to a car accident, the baby had to be delivered emergency fashion, and so we had to get to California quick. We had to I guess the biggest obstacle for us, though, is that we were now responsible for medical bills that we couldn't cover.
So our baby girl was waiting for us in California, and we had extra medical bills to pay for, and circumstances were such that if we didn't get there immediately, little Joy was going to be placed in foster care. So it was urgent, and so we started praying, and we got our friends to pray for us. And I'm a member of a MOPS group at Leanne Tui's church, and was talking to them about praying for us. And I just jokingly said, does anybody here know Leanne Tui? We could use a miracle right now. And so we prayed, and then 2 hours later, I got a phone call from a precious friend who was overjoyed. She had contacted Leanne on our behalf, and Leanne had heard about our plight, heard about Joy, and heard about the premature birth and just the emergency it was, and she said, we can make this happen, just go. And so we were able to pack our bags and head to LA, and because of the speed of it, we were able to be with Joy during her touch and go time in the hospital, and meet Joy's birth mom and get to love on her and let her introduce ourselves to her. And we didn't have to worry about the money, and it was just so sweet. I mean, God completely answered our prayers through the Tui Foundation.